Anna Duggar finalizes divorce as in prison Josh watches from afar. Bob signs off on a $1 million settlement deal. Anna Duggar completed the formal termination of her marriage today, marking one of the most significant and highly publicized divorce proceedings associated with the Duggar family in recent memory. The process concluded under strict legal supervision, with Bob Duggar personally present to authorize the settlement, which reportedly includes a $1 million financial payout. Josh Duggar, currently serving his sentence in federal custody, participated remotely through a monitored connection, witnessing the legal closure from a distance. The settlement documentation was meticulously reviewed by legal staff prior to the final signing, covering all necessary financial, custodial, and property divisions. Anna's compliance with the procedural requirements was verified step by step, ensuring that the transfer of funds and the official dissolution of the marriage met the standards mandated by civil law. Bob's presence during the signing process was integral, providing both familial oversight and legal endorsement for the substantial financial arrangement. Josh Duggar's remote involvement was facilitated through a secure video connection monitored by corrections officials, allowing him to acknowledge the proceedings in real time without being physically present. Legal observers confirmed that all acknowledgments and verifications were conducted according to federal guidelines for incarcerated individuals participating in civil proceedings. The solemnity of the moment was noted by staff, as the virtual and in-person participants each played critical roles in finalizing the marriage's legal status. The settlement plan outlined structured financial distributions rather than a single lump sum. Each transfer phase requires verification of compliance, ensuring that all financial obligations are fully satisfied and no residual disputes remain. Legal officers overseeing the transaction emphasized that the structured approach protects both parties, guaranteeing that the $1 million payout will be delivered according to the terms agreed upon in the signed documentation. The procedure also includes provisions for property reassignment, asset management, and financial oversight to prevent any future conflicts. Within the facility, legal staff coordinated the verification of identification, signatures, and the final certification of all documents. Anna Duggar followed the procedure without interruption, completing each required step efficiently under the supervision of authorized personnel. The documentation included comprehensive clauses addressing financial security, asset redistribution, custody arrangements, and long-term obligations, all designed to ensure clarity and finality in the legal separation. Observers familiar with family legal matters noted the complexity of facilitating a high-profile divorce in which one spouse is incarcerated. Compliance with civil law, federal prison regulations, and procedural requirements for remote participation added layers of scrutiny to each step of the process. The remote acknowledgment system included authentication checkpoints, visual verification, and monitored communication to ensure that Josh Duggar's participation adhered to all legal standards. Upon completion of the acknowledgment, the financial release was authorized, marking the final activation of the settlement. With the legal termination of the marriage now official, Anna Duggar's status has shifted to independent legal standing. Custodial arrangements, though sealed to protect minors, are outlined in the confidential filings. Legal experts indicate that these clauses were designed to maintain stability and minimize public exposure, especially given the high-profile nature of the case. The settlement's financial impact is significant, as the payout represents a substantial reallocation of resources within the family's holdings, potentially influencing internal asset management and operational structures. The court-certified process ensures that all procedural steps have been fully documented and archived, with no interruptions or objections reported during the signing. Legal authorities confirmed that the verification of signatures, completion of forms, and activation of financial provisions met required standards. Unless new motions are submitted, the divorce case is now legally concluded, solidifying Anna Duggar's financial and custodial independence. Public communication regarding the settlement has remained minimal. No official statements were issued by Anna, Josh, or Jim Bob, and legal representatives have refrained from commenting beyond confirming procedural completion. The absence of formal commentary has amplified public speculation about the implications of the settlement, particularly regarding the distribution of assets and the family's internal dynamics moving forward. Analysts have noted that structured settlements of this magnitude often require careful financial planning, especially when high-profile figures and incarcerated spouses are involved. Inside the legal facility, the atmosphere was described as controlled and professional. Security measures were heightened due to the visibility of the case, with access strictly limited to essential personnel. The signing process proceeded in a stepwise manner, covering identification, document verification, financial certification, and final acknowledgment by all parties. The detailed archiving of each step ensures that the settlement is legally binding and fully enforceable, minimizing the potential for future disputes or challenges. Observers have speculated that Jim Bob Duggar's personal involvement was motivated by both oversight and the need to prevent extended legal conflict. His authorization at the signature stage provided immediate validation for the $1 million payout, facilitating prompt processing and transfer according to the structured plan. The settlement documentation included timelines for fund disbursement, account verification requirements, and conditional clauses to address unforeseen complications. The legal closure represents a major turning point for Anna Duggar, whose independent status is now solidified by the terms of the settlement. Custodial arrangements, financial independence, and asset management are now governed by the formal documentation executed during the signing. Legal observers anticipate that the conclusion of the divorce will influence future family operations, resource allocation, and public perception of the Duggar family. As of the final signing, the settlement is legally effective. Funds are scheduled for phased release, contingent upon verification of compliance with the terms outlined in the settlement agreement. The structured nature of the financial release ensures that all parties are protected, preventing disputes and safeguarding both the recipient and the family's internal financial stability. The procedural completion also included final verification of property titles, asset transfers, and long-term obligations. Documentation indicates that these measures were designed to fully settle financial claims, custodial responsibilities, and potential future disputes. Legal authorities confirmed that the process complied with civil law requirements and incorporated additional safeguards due to the high-profile nature of the parties involved. Anna Duggar's participation was noted as composed and efficient, adhering to all procedural requirements. Josh Duggar's remote acknowledgment met federal standards for incarcerated participants. Jim Bob Duggar's signature served as both familial oversight and legal validation, authorizing the immediate activation of financial provisions. The culmination of these steps represents the full and final termination of marital obligations between Anna and Josh Duggar, as recognized by the court and legal authorities. The completion of the divorce settlement underscores the importance of structured legal frameworks in managing complex cases involving high-profile figures and remote participation. Legal observers have emphasized that the combination of in-person and remote verification, strict procedural oversight, and structured financial disbursement provides a model for handling similar cases in the future. Financial analysts have noted that the $1 million settlement is significant, not only for its immediate impact, but also for its implications for family-held assets. The structured payout is designed to minimize risk, ensure compliance, and facilitate smooth financial transitions. The court documentation includes clauses addressing timelines, verification protocols, and asset management procedures, ensuring comprehensive closure of financial obligations. The custody provisions, though sealed, reflect a prioritization of stability and routine for minors. Legal experts suggest that confidentiality measures are standard in cases with high media visibility, protecting all parties involved while ensuring legal compliance. The resolution of both financial and custodial aspects marks a decisive conclusion to a prolonged and publicly scrutinized process. The settlement's conclusion is expected to influence future interactions within the Duggar family. Observers note that the legal framework, structured financial release, and verified custodial terms collectively stabilize the immediate situation and reduce the likelihood of extended disputes. Analysts predict that the resolution will provide a foundation for future financial planning, family operations, and public communications. Thanks for watching.